Okay, good morning everyone. Beginning our day. I've been in England for the last 12 days, and it's my first trip to England or anywhere in Europe for that matter. And it was nice to finally see the monasteries, Amaravati and Chithurst, and also got to go for the day to Devon Vihara. And then we stopped at Stonehenge on our way back, and that was kind of interesting. And it's very nice to be back. We have a very spacious monastery here, very good monastery. There was a huge gathering for Lumpur Sumedho's 90th birthday celebration at Amaravati, and I have 21 vasas as a bhikkhu, 21 years as a bhikkhu, and I was number 56 in seniority in the line. So it's just so many monks there, so many senior monks, and Lumpur Liam was there, and there was 3 monks who were actually senior to Lumpur Sumedho who were there. That was Lumpur Liam, Lumpur Kurun, Lumpur Damrong. They were all senior to Lumpur Liam, senior to Lumpur Sumedho. So, but it's great to see everybody, and a lot of these monks who trained at these English monasteries have met up with them in Thailand, but never seen them on their home turf. So it's very, very nice to see that. And then just being able to go to Chithurst, where Ajahn is the abbot, and being able to see him there since he was trained here. So he was just junior to me through our training. When I was a novice, he was an anagarika. When I was a new monk, he was a novice. So just nice to see him doing his thing there, and I think he's doing a very good job at Chithurst. So is this reflection coming up about noble wealth. Lumpur Viradhammo was there at Amaravati as well, so he was riffing on this idea of noble wealth, and that sila is what causes us to have this inner wealth. So sometimes we can have these preconceived ideas about practice, that we need to meditate a certain number of hours a day, or we need to get this or that level of jhana, even though it's pretty conceptual and we don't really know experientially what it's pointing to. And really what we can come back to and what we can point to in a very concrete way is sila, and the precepts. And that's one of the teachings that Lumpur Cha gave that was recollected during all these teaching sessions at Amaravati, was the sin ben mea kong pratam tang lai. It's like the sila, the virtue, is the mother of all wholesome dhammas. And we could say that actually the virtue and mindfulness are the parents of all wholesome dhammas, and ignorance and craving are the parents of all unwholesome dhammas. And so to really put a lot of attention on virtue, because that really, regardless of what types of meditation techniques we're involved in or using, and we might think, well, this or that teacher has a better technique than this or that other teacher, and this is the best technique, and so on, but really without sila it's meaningless. And there's a phenomenon now happening in society as well, where it's starting to be reported that sometimes people doing long meditation retreats, long vipassana retreats, are actually mental breakdowns. And why is that? Why would that be? So that's, people are starting to wonder, well, is meditation really a good thing? Maybe the Christians are right. Maybe meditation actually does make you get in collusion with the devil or something like that. And but I think it tends to be when there's not well-established sila that those kind of things happen, and when there is well-established sila, that really protects us. Sila is the best protection, so really to focus on that and give that much importance. We always chant it when we're giving the precepts, silena sugating yanti silena bhoga sampada, so like bhoga, wealth, sila is the ultimate inner wealth, leads to this great inner wealth. And so there's this feeling going to this big gathering at Amaravati for Lumpur Sumedho's 90th birthday, that there's, for those of us who stick with the training, there's this inner wealth that we develop where we can just be content. I was number 56 in seniority, so I didn't have an upatak. So there's more senior monks than junior monks at gatherings like this, so I didn't have an upatak, but it was just totally fine. I was staying in a kuti, which was very nice, and just looking after myself. And it was being a visitor at one of these monasteries was It was a pretty amazing experience. And then just being able to hang out with everybody at breakfast time and at the meal time, and then meeting old characters from our history, like monks who have disrobed in the past but kept in contact with our community. So I met ex-Ajahn Pariso, Bruce Evans, he was there. Of course, Joseph Kappel, Pabakaro was there at Ramavati. So just getting to talk with these people about their experiences. And it was actually Joseph Pabakaro who was recollecting this teaching of Sila, Sila being the starting point of all the wholesome Dhammas. And it really helps with mindfulness too, because when we learn about our various actions and try to regulate our behavior in various ways, not in a tense or tight way, but in a way that is cultivating a brighter and more upright sense of mindfulness. That's like ujupatipano, practicing uprightly. And then we can refine it in various ways. So even some of our actions, like the Thais are really lovely with this, like not stepping over things. Because in India and in Thai culture, it's seen as like, it's disrespectful to say step over food or step over a Dhamma book or step over relics or step over anything for that, anything other than a floor. And so that's a good training. That's a good training, because then when we're looking out for these types of things all the time, that brightens the mindfulness, and it's like sharpening the mindfulness. And it takes time to do that, but then we're not just bowling our way forward through life. We're actually careful and looking and seeing what types of effects are my actions having, and that's when Sila is established in the heart. So the quality of Sila doesn't necessarily refer to the precepts themselves. The precepts themselves are called Sikapadas. In Thai they say Sikabot, and then Sila is the quality that builds up in the heart based on the keeping of the precepts, and that's what we call Sila. So that's what starts to build up the inner noble wealth, an incredible foundation for the practice. And if we just meditate without Sila, it's like building a house without a foundation. The Sila is really the foundation. So anyway, it's very good to be back, and look forward just to plugging back into everything here. And I definitely love Abhayagiri. It's very spacious. Seeing the monasteries abroad, they're good monasteries, and then coming back here feeling that this is also a very good monastery. So very good monastery, good community. So I'll leave that for reflection. So.